Hello everyone, welcome back to Gloomhaven. Last time we repeated the mission from the episode before, except we managed to destroy the 4 altars this time. And now we are back ready to select another quest, but before that, Craggy has gained another available perk. So at this point, what do we want to add to their repertoire? Ignore item effects isn't something that's really going to benefit him at the moment. He's just really full of items that don't have negatives. Adding 2 winds might help the elementalist, but otherwise I'm not sure the benefit for us right now. Add 1 -2 and 2 +2s. Technically it's a benefit, but it feels less ideal. Add an immobilize, a +1 immobilize, add a +2 muddle. 2 push cards, and 2 more greens. 1 -2 and 2 +2s. It just... I understand that it's technically a benefit, it's a net gain, but it just feels so not ideal. I'm going to go with a +1 immobilize because we have a lot of attacks that are AoE, and if we can attack multiple people and immobilize multiples after that, that seems like it's going to be good, and it's a +1. So we'll throw that into the mix. Lamoon also has 62 gold now, so we might be able to do a little bit more with the shop. She is currently without any gear. I think we were saving up for the sword edge armor. Did we take a perk already? Ignore negative item effects and add 2 +1 cards. We did indeed. So we're going to take the sword edge armor now for Lamoon. Make sure we equip it, of course. That leaves us with 14. Why do I have a purple exclamation point here? We don't have a perk. I'm so confused. This is ignore negative item effects and add 2 +1 cards. So if we're ignoring negative item effects, we put the sword edge armor on. Oh, it's just asking us to highlight over this to acknowledge that they've been cancelled out. That's good, that's fine. Let's take a city event then, because I'm pretty sure our last quest was not here in the bounds of the city. Relaxing for the evening at the Sleeping Lion, a shifty-looking man approaches you, hand outstretched. In it are a pair of dice with crude marks scratched on them. Greetings, friends. You look like you could stand to liven things up a bit. Care for a quick game of bone dice with me? I'm sure we could make it interesting. His other hand pats a coin purse at his side. I think I've tried this before and failed with this, so I'm going to refuse and see what difference we get. You laugh and wave off the man's offer. You get all the excitement you need fighting toe-to-toe against vicious monsters in combat. What matters most is planning and tactics, which are far more interesting than some random roll of a dice, +1 reputation. Very nice. So our reputation now, modifier -3 at a reputation of 11. And our Gloomhaven wealth is still at 2, but that's going to change soon with 4 or 5, hopefully. Now, the only other thing that we could do is Enchantress, although apart from Faith, we're not really high on gold. The Mercenary log shows everyone who's been here and who is retired. And the Temple of the Great Oak, we could take some blessings and try and increase this to, I guess, Devotion level 3. But let's try and figure out what kind of quest we might be concerning ourselves with first. So last time we got the Fight for Evil and Fight Against Evil battlements quests inside the city. And the Plane of Night, Bring Hail the Vessel. Have Hale examine the strange artifact. Enemies, black imps, deep terrors, and night demons. This is a core quest. Previously, if we go back to the main map, please, we had been trying to get an object for somebody. This is going to be the hard part of figuring out what plot has gone on, because this list is not exactly intuitive when considering it's not in order completed, but instead in alphabetical order. But we were asked to retrieve the artifact. That was it, wasn't it? So we have the artifact. I guess we're wondering whether we're going to give it to the strange entity that asked us to go and get it. So we've got core quest, core quest, core quest boss, side quest, core quest, side quest, side quest. Travel to the burning mountain, visit the Inox burning home and see what can be salvaged. That seems like as good a quest as any for us right now, as we're still learning 2 characters. Objective: loot the artifacts from the ornate chest, then escape using either of the exit tiles. Earth demons, flame demons, and stone golems. Yeah, let's go with that. We'll see how things have changed with our new party and what I've learnt. You are headed through a mountainous region when the ground begins to shift and shake beneath you. Taken off your guard, you fall to your knees. The tremors continue unabated and grow stronger. You hear rumbling as rocks begin to tumble down the mountainside. Try to find a clearing where you can avoid the rocks, or take cover using a nearby outcropping and wait out the earthquake. I think going to where's nearby is going to be better than just trying to find a clearing. You jump under an outcropping, but something is not right. Those among you tuned to the elements turn towards and face the mountain and step into it. As though the rocks were gone inside, you see an odd crystal jutting out of the earth. You snatch it up and the tremors stop. Maybe our elemental hero knew something that was going on there?
Following the Inox trail, you find the remains of their village, burned and collapsed into a crevasse. A dark cloud hangs over the mountain directly behind it. You follow an old stone road, seemingly untouched, as it winds its way up the scorched terrain and ends at a cliff several hundred meters high. You find a pair of great stone doors, worn to the touch and intricately carved into the side of the mountain. Once inside the doors, you see pools of liquid flame illuminating the room beyond in an eerie red glow. Charred corpses of Savas are scattered everywhere. The earth shakes violently, and a number of demons turn their gaze toward you.
Oh, lovely. So, loot the artifacts from the ornate chest, then escape using either of the exit tiles. So we don't have to kill anything if we don't want to. Tali, reveal a room or gain 13 or more experience points. How is your deck for experience earning? Pretty good, really. We just have to have the elements to spend to earn the XP in places. So we'll give that a go. Kill 3 or fewer, loot 5 or more. We're not going to want to be in there too long, so we might be able to do a grab and dash, killing 3 or fewer monsters. Seems unlikely, but we'll try. Kill 5 or more monsters, never allow your current hit point value to drop below half. Try Die Hard. And then Lamoon, kill a monster during the scenario by causing at least 4 more points in damage than necessary, or gain 7 or fewer XP during the scenario. Try Layabout. I don't have much hope for most of these, but we'll do what we can and see where things end up. It's going to depend on how big this map is. Our survey says can see an exit tile. Loot the artifacts from the ornate chest and escape using either of the exit tiles. The 2 doors out of this starting room and the 2 doors to the final room are locked. One will open automatically whenever an elite monster is killed, beginning with the left door on the starting room, followed by the right door. The 2 doors in the final room will then follow the same pattern. Okay, so we've got more murdering to do than I anticipated. And we have to kill elites to unlock doors. All right then. Well, clearly we'd like to go off to the left, because that's apparently the door that's going to unlock first. And these guys are all flying with shield. And how far is this retaliate? Retaliate 3 at a range of 2. So, we're going to want to probably use Faith's Piercing in a quick manner. It's feasible we could get Visage of the Inevitable to work in some place of this room. Kill one adjacent normal enemy that is adjacent to none of its allies. So we need to kill, say, this guy. Then we could insta-kill that one if we went first. But we can also... We can't Swift Bow to kill it and Visage of the Inevitable. However, if we go to Cragheart's Rock Slide, create 3 single hex obstacles in empty hexes within range 4. All allies and enemies adjacent to one or more of the created obstacles suffer 2 damage. So they will suffer 2 damage. And so these guys only have 3. This one has 4. So if we Rock Slide on top and move to all adjacent allies and enemies suffer 1 damage. Between Rumbling Advance and Rock Slide, we can do 3 damage through shields. And we can do it to these 2 creatures for 1. And then throw a rock there for those. So provided they don't go faster than 29, we will kill the flying one. Which then enables Faith to walk in with Visage of the Inevitable. We have to go after a 29. So it's going to be a 36. And we're going to step in with a move 2. Hoping that these guys don't move in. They look kind of heavy and slow, so they might go later in the initiative typically. Obviously their deck is their own. And if we're going to do that, we need somebody to be stood next to this creature as well. And we need to step forward before 36. So Cautious Advance would move in. Could stand here perhaps. If we stood there, we could then, I think, attack 2 and stun this elite. Going on a 23. We move into here, stun that one. Cragheart deals with this side. Faith moves in, kills this one that is stood next to Sunkeeper, Lamoon. And that leaves a free turn for the Elementalist. Now, the other Flame Demon Elite will not die. At least not by the 3 damage that Cragheart is going to put out. But I'm not sure what we can do to necessarily get through all of that shield at the moment. We do have Shaping the Ether, but these are attack, stun, push, and target modifiers, not piercing modifiers. This is attack modifiers. That's also attack modifiers. That's attack 2 in a cone. Attack 2 and range modifiers. Attack and wound modifiers. If we could wound them, then we could certainly cause them to die at the start of their turn for 1 damage. Attack 3, target 2, pierce 2. That would do it as well if we had some green in play. Is Cragheart making any green by chance? Move 2, he is. So if we... Frigid Torment, that's after Cragheart's turn. We can consume the green that Cragheart creates to attack 3 and pierce 2. And so piercing through 2 gets through 2 of the shield, then 3 gets through the other 2 of the shield and deals 1 damage. So hopefully that will result in a kill. And to do that, we're going to need to step over at least 2. I think doing that with Stoking Hail can create fire, which we can then use next turn to perhaps add some wounds at range to the other side of the fight. And we're happy doing that on a 35. So that's the first turn. We're hoping they're going to go really late. The Flame Demon Elites are going very early, which is a problem, but not necessarily the worst problem. The Earth Demon Elites going late is more important. We don't want to change our initiative. They're dropping traps. Alright, that is going to be a problem because now Brutus, Cragheart can't move, which might be a problem. Also, this one is now already on its own. They moved out of their areas for us, which is nice. And the traps do 4 damage, but obviously not to the flying creatures. So we are going to move 3 to this tile. Are they moving? They are. There's another trap back there, a damage 4 with a wound. That's a bad time, but we're going to move to here. Skip the last of the movement, and then attack with stun against the elite. So that's a turn they're not taking. Now, we want to do as much as we can to these guys. We're going to create hexes. Oh, we can actually hit one there. That will hit Sun... hit Lamoon, but it will also mean that this guy has to walk all the way around to try and get an attack in. So this one's going to attack for move 1, attack 2 anyway. So we might as well attack ourselves for 2 and deal damage everywhere else. So that's 1. That will hit these 2. And that will hit the last one. Then we have to skip the movement, but I'm hoping we might get to do the all adjacent enemies suffer damage. Yep, so we can still kill 2 of the other guys. We take 1 friendly damage, but we get 2 kills out of it, so I'm very happy. Then the Elementalist is up. We're going to move 2 onto this gold pile. Now these guys do have Retaliate, which is a great shame, but we're just going to have to deal with that, I think. And consume the earth element. We're going to get retaliated for 3, which is rough, but we have a chance to kill this guy, which is totally worth it, I think. And we will... Oh, they don't retaliate because we killed them. Excellent. We'll end our turn. Now, Faith is up. Faith needs to move to here. Skip the looting ability. Then kill one adjacent normal enemy that is adjacent to none of its allies and is adjacent to one of ours. I was worried I wasn't going to make that work when I first played a map with it, with a lot of doors and stuff, but oh boy, it works. Also, this door was previously locked. Now it's unlocked, but also opened, which is slightly unexpected. Lots more traps around, which is going to be a whole other thing to work out, but, you know, is what it is. That's the end of Faith's turn. These stone golems are all going now. They can't walk over their own traps, or at least they refuse to. They were able to attack us because of the nature of the AoE they have. We won't get any retaliate if we use the shield now, so I'm just going to take the 2. Oh, on the next 3 sources, we have to do that. Okay. Well, that's the first part done. So we now need to kill these 2 things. Does the Sunkeeper have any shove attacks? They do not, unfortunately. Faith. Do you have your make someone else move 2? Yeah, move 3. Force 1 adjacent enemy to perform a move 1. So we could move 1, 2, 3 to here. And then force this Earth Demon Elite into this damage 4 wound trap. Which seems very beneficial to me. So that's a bottom move 3. Force them to move. And then we still have an attack we can make on top. They won't be next to an ally of ours after that. So how do we want to deal damage then? Add to attack in game 1 where the target is adjacent to any of our allies. But if we move to there, we can't do the attack before we force them to take movement of their own. So we'll hold on to Faith for a second. Here. We just want to hit the thing in front of us really hard, don't we? Attack 4. Attack 5. Bless and strengthen. Attack 4 again. Strengthen all adjacent allies would include Faith. On bottom. And then Practical Plans attack for 5 on top. Seems fine. We'll do that before Faith moves this creature away and before Faith moves away from us. So Faith wants to go later than a 21. We do have our Boots of Initiative, so we can change things like that if we need to. These guys are going to be a pain, aren't they? How's the other half of our party doing? Mercenaries that end their tile on this hex can sacrifice a looted artifact to the beast to complete the scenario. Mercenaries must be placed on an exit tile to complete the scenario. Escape occurs when all mercenaries are standing on an exit tile or become exhausted while standing on an exit tile. Alright, we got a lot of moving and then returning to do, don't we? But we still got to work out this fight first. Craighart. If we could be behind them, we could shove them into the stone, I think. Attack 3, push 1. You may push the target into hexes containing obstacles. In each case, destroy the obstacle. This target suffers 2 damage. That would be great, but we're on the wrong side for that. However, attack 3, arrange 3, and push 2. We could push this guy into the trap, and then Faith doesn't need to step up. That might be a much easier way of doing this right now, because Craighart needs to move forward anyway. Attack 3, arrange 3, and push 2. So 1, 2, 3. If we were stood here, that's 1, 2, 3 away. So we need a move 3. The only problem is it's going to be a really slow move 3. Then what about the Elementalist? It still looks like you're flying, even though I'm sure you're not, right? Like, you don't have innate flying, it just looks. Augmented abilities. Own 4 enhancements. Requires axeman. Oh, that's his life goal. Ignore that. So we should be trying to collect gold with them as well. Right, we only have green energy, which you are going to use when you push, so our attacks aren't going to exactly be epic. Attack 1 at a range of 3. Can't even get anywhere with that. So probably move 3 on the bottom here. Don't have many options, do we? Attack 1, range 3. Just seems so weak, doesn't it? Attack 2, range 2 is better. But if we're moving 3, 1, 2, 3, we're not going to be within range 2. Now we're back to Faith in the Sunkeeper. So Craighart's hoping to push this guy. If we move, there's a risk they'll come forwards and then not be within range of being pushed into the trap anymore. But the Sunkeeper can't stun anyone any longer. One ally within range 3 may perform a move 4. Alright, that works a lot better then. I think we could move the Elementalist up a lot. Not that. It would help me perform a large attack with them, though. I really am not well versed in these new heroes. My brain is just going, hit them really hard. Don't worry about getting fancy, just hit them really hard. So we could, if they're on 14 HP, attack 5 on top. And one adjacent ally may perform attack 4 on bottom. Then Faith. I don't know how this is going to go, but, you know, we can't think forever. Flanking strike on top will hit them. Then Sinister Opportunity. No, because we need to move in first. If we Duelist Advance, 1, 2, 3, hit them. If they die, we could then Sinister Opportunity at the end, the other guy. I don't know. I'm a bit lost. Retaliate range 3, that's fine. Move 2, attack 2, move 3, attack 3. Just going to have to do what we do. The golems are not my concern this turn. Oh, I'm such a dick. We can't have one adjacent ally perform an attack if there's no adjacent ally next to a foe. Dingus. Well, we're going to hit for 5 just because that's the thing that we can do. Then we could move. I don't think that would help us. Alright, I continue to try and learn my lesson. Also, entirely forgot that they can move through their own allies' spaces. Right, we're going to move 3 to here. Catch up with the gang, then attack 1 at a range of 3. We'll attack the one that's going to get pushed into the trap. We need the green energy for the push. So we're going to move 3 to there. Then attack 3 at a range of 3. During your single target ranged attack action, turn the attack into the following. No, I think we've got better options for that. But here we're going to attack for 3. They're going to get pushed back for 4 damage and a wound. 4 plus 3 plus 1 is 8. So that's fine. We don't need to use anything else. Just don't tell me they're immune to push. Okay, so because we killed 2 elites, we now opened the other side of the door. And then this door is locked, I presume, until we finish. We will end Craghart's turn. These guys are going to catch up on their boons. This is not going to be at all the hit and run that I thought it might be. That's fine. I guess I shouldn't really ever expect it to be so simple as run in, grab the thing, get out, but you know. Right, we can attack 3, add 1, attack for each of your allies against the target. So that's going to be stronger because of the ally there. So we'll move 2 pushing forwards. Then attack for 4 here. 5 is good, I approve. Fresh round. Now, these guys will hopefully just kind of slowly move around and not actually be that big a problem. But that's for later on to worry about. This guy has 4 HP left. We could stun them. Something. If we're not going to use the ice for anything else in the meantime, I don't see why we wouldn't. Can attack 2 at a range of 2 become attack 3 at a range of 3. But I think I would rather just stun. Although it's attack 1 at a range of 3. We'd need to be on that gold, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 away. Move 4. Does not burn. But it's very slow. I'm just thinking if I can stun this one, the other two either have to walk through the trap or they can walk through their own ally's space. I keep forgetting this. Crankheart, what are you doing all the way back here right now? We can't put a rock there because it would block the way and make the level incompletable. So we can't do that. I don't know if we could put a trap there or not. We don't have rock slide to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a straight line. And even then, rock slide and dig pit would be a 78 and an 81, which is a very slow turn. Faith, I'm envisaging a flurry of blades or similar. Attack 2, target 3 at a range of 3. Although they might want to come a bit closer before we do that. Pull 2, range 3. Can I move Faith? Or did we burn that already? One ally within range 3 may perform move 4. If Faith can move to here, 1, 2, 3. We can then pull this guy from a range of 3, pull them 2 into the doorway. That's on bottom. We'll be here. We'll then be able to attack them directly. It'll have to be on single out. But to do this, we'd have to go after 29, which is like obscenely late in the order. Oh boy. I'm just floundering way too much. Like, basically, we need to just get along and start attacking stuff, right? Crackheart, can you kill this thing at the back? Attack 2, range 5. Immobilize with green that we don't have. Add 1 to all of our ranged attacks this turn. Doesn't really help me either. Massive Boulder, attack 3 at a range of 3. Man, I just hate this turn. Attack 3 at a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. We'd have to get 5 away. You can only get 4 away without having to do anything drastic. Right, this turn has taken way too long. I'm going to pause, figure out my turn, and then come back to you. Alright, here's roughly what's going on. Sunkeeper is just going to hammer blow attack 4 the thing that's next to her that has 4 HP. Then also strengthen target allies. That's going to be Faith. Faith needs to go on a 12 that will become a 22 with her boots. She will move in 2 and then Flurry of Blades everyone at advantage with piercing. Then after that we've got a move 4, attack 1 at a range of 3 with stun, hoping to stun this guy. And Cragheart is going to not do this. We're really far back. We just want to move as much as possible. So move 4 on bottom and something on top to do. Attack 2, range 5. Why not? Alright, the golems are going really late, which is great. Earth Demon is going reasonably late as well, which is also great. Faith needs to add 10 to her initiative to go on a 22. We are going to strengthen Faith. I'm going to attack this guy for 4. Alright, so far so good. We're going to step up 2 to here. I did check from this tile. 1, 2, 3. We can still target that guy that's kind of around a corner. So we'll confirm that 2 movement. Then we're going to attack. We're already attacking at advantage because of our strength, but we are going to pierce. And because we're attacking 3 targets, we'll add 1 to the attack. And hopefully there's like a +2 or some extra piercing. I guess the piercing doesn't matter because we're already piercing. But hopefully there's a +2 or a ×2 in here for us. Because we're attacking with 6 attacking cards with advantage. Alright, adequate. Cragheart, we are going to move 4. If we move to there, you are moving 4 as well. So we want to leave that space open for the Elementalist. So Cragheart's going to move to here. Then attack 2 at a range of 5. And since we're not going to get through this shield, we'll attack 1 of the others. Move 1, attack 6. That's going to be a problem, except it's not, because we are going to stun the one that can move 1 and attack 6. So this is fine. 0 damage there, huge surprise. And Cragheart's turn. Now we're going to move up 4 to this tile. Then attack consuming ice against the big bad. We're only doing 1 damage against their shield, so we don't need to worry about trying to get through that. Even if we doubled it to 2 attack, that's still not going to help. But the stunning is the important part. We get our gold. Then these guys are all moving 1. These guys can't move unless they walk into the trap, which they don't wish to do. And this one was stunned, so they don't take a turn at all. That leaves us the opportunity to take a full round of attacks in this corridor, which is not really the best location for all this, but we'll try and make it work. We can clear the way, move 1 adjacent hex to an obstacle to a hex within range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, we can't put it where the trap is, and we can't put it on any of the tiles they exist on, so that's not going to be an option for us. Create 1 2 damage stun in an adjacent empty hex. I don't know if we can put it here because that would be blocking off the area. I know it works that way for obstacles, I'm just not sure if it works that way for traps, which would be my primary concern. But we basically want to do as much AoE to these guys as possible, as well as inflict damage because of this trap to one of them, if possible, would be ideal. Attack 4, target all enemies at a range of 2. Attack 1. We have wind, so we can add 1 attack and push them all 1. That would put somebody in a trap. I'm happy enough with that. So attack 1 at a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. Consume wind to push 1. And then we need something to do on bottom. Infernal Vortex seems fine. We'll go on 17 because that's faster. That's 1 turn done. Faith. We don't really want to step in, but we can Burning Oil, attack 4 at a range of 3 and add a wound and create fire. And we could get Single Out going. On your next 4 attacks targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies, add +2 to the attack. I figure that's probably going to be helpful. Back here. Bless and Strengthen affect 1 ally within range 3. On top, something on bottom. Just move 4, I suppose. And Crag Hut. If we're pushing everybody, we could throw this rock. And we could throw it there. Clear the way, move 1 adjacent hex, obstacle, an empty hex within range 4, target 2, attack everyone next to it. That seems totally suitable now. So that's on a 43, that's after the Elementalist goes and pushes stuff. That's on top, we need something on bottom. Add 1 to your ranged attacks this round, seems fine to me as well. That looks like a turn. Retaliate 3, retaliate at range of 3. Well, that's really mean. And it's so early in the turn. There's so many of them that need to apply it. At least the ones behind us aren't moving. That's fine by me. Right, so we are attacking 1 at a range of 3, except we're attacking a 2 at a range of 3, and we just want to make sure we're targeting the correct 2. So you'll get pushed back into the trap, you'll just get pushed back into empty space. Do I want to do this at advantage? Why not? So the line shows them moving to here, which is what we want. And I wonder if these retaliates won't happen if they're pushed out of the range by the time the turn ends, perhaps. Yeah, we took no retaliate damage, so I'm happy about that. These guys are not attacking this turn, so we might want to just push in a little with our move 2. And next turn, we'll probably want to play attack 1, range 3, add 1 attack and wound on fire. So let's create some fire for ourselves, because no one else is going to do it this turn. Oh no, Faith is going to do it. Incredible. Okay. Then we don't need to do that. Bless and strengthen Faith, I think. Attack 4 at a range of 3. Or attack 2, target all enemies. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll actually do Craghart then, because he's technically going to attack 3 enemies. And we'll move 4. We will just push up to here, I think. So, Craghart. Add 1 to our attacks. Then move this to there. And you know what? We're attacking at advantage. Add 1 because we're attacking all 3 targets. That's fine by me. Alright, the elite is dead.
Savas gathered in this back chamber as their last stand. A number of them lie around the area, their bodies mangled and roasted.
Lovely.
A throne occupies the room's center, and atop it sits the body of a regal Savas, holding a hammer and a helmet. Scorched into the wall behind him are the words, "Folly. The beast awakes. Impossible to control the mountain's power. Return them, and it shall sleep again."
Okay. Ornate chest in the center. Surrounded by gold. That door is locked. These doors are locked. This doorway is now open, but has 2 traps, and behind them earth demons. And back here we have flame demons as well. Now if anyone wants to get to us, they're going to have to push through these traps, which may be to our benefit. Heal 3 self, immobilize target all enemies within range 3. So those guys aren't doing anything of note this turn. Over here, attack 3, add 1 and wound if fire is consumed. But they're not going until after Faith creates her fire. So that's the end of Craghart's turn. So those flame demons didn't move towards us. Oh, they didn't even have movement, but they wouldn't have because there's no way they can kind of occupy... Or they could occupy that tile, perhaps. But in any case, we're probably going to want to try and make use of loot 2 and stand like here and loot everything within 2 radius of it. But right now, on your next 4 attacks targeting allies adjacent and attack 4 at a range of 3 from here. 1, 2, 3. We can see them. We can see them, but we can't quite get them for range. But the 4 attack is going to be enough to kill one of these guys. So I think we're going to step into across this doorway. Then attack 4 at a range of 3, this one. The retaliate won't hit us if we kill. We should do enough damage. Our deck is loaded with positive numbers apart from the 1 miss. And then they will die. We can worry about the traps and stuff in a moment. How's Faith's deck looking? Just flanking strike remains. If we use our potion now, we can consume the potion, get 1 card back, which means we'll have 2 cards next turn, giving us a whole turn before we have to short or long rest. So we'll do that. What do we want back? Possibly burning oil again. This is probably just going to be a move 5. We can't... Oh, we could pull 2 range 3, the guy in front of us, and get rid of this trap. That would be beneficial. And kill him. So we'll get Smoke Bomb back. It's the end of Faith's turn. Round to the top. I think we're just going to play the 2 cards we have. Faith is going to play the 2 cards she has very quickly. As for everyone else, we need to push up and we need to do something about these traps in an ideal world. Heal 3 at a range of 3 for ourselves would be great. Thank you ever so much. And then a standard move 2. If we do that, we can stand here after the trap's been sprung. Cragheart. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we could move 4 or something, if it comes down to it, we have clear the way, move 5, jump, destroy all traps and obstacles moved through this turn. So we could clear this doorway with that if needs be. But from where we are right now, it might just be a standard move and use our boots to increase our length a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4 gets us to there, and we can be invisible while we do it. Whatever's on top doesn't really matter so much. I think I'd rather have the Retaliate available to me, so we'll play the Stone Pummel, but we'll have to have 1 card left, means we'll have to use our rest anyway, but that's going to be the turn, I think. Move 2, attack 4 at a range of 3. Attack 6 at a range of 3, Stone Golem suffers 2 damage. Move 2, attack 3, -2 attack if there's wind. So, Faith, we are going to pull this guy onto this trap. Dead. Move 2, attack 3. They're going to have to move through... Oh, well, we can't move because this was the bottom part of the card. So this attack is skipped. We are going to heal ourselves because we got injured very early. And we're going to step up into here because we can. Right, for us, Cragheart's hoping to step up to there, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess they could equally do this one. And we want the Elementalist to get the cash more. So we'll have the Elementalist step over to here. We aren't able to create an attack, unfortunately. Move 2, attack 4 at a range of 3. They're not going to be able to hit us, I don't think. These guys do take damage, which is excellent. Even though they didn't take the attack action, they still suffer the 2 damage at the end of their turn. So we're going to move forward 4. To there. We'll turn ourselves invisible, that won't hurt. And then we will attack, but we have to skip the attack action. And these guys are all going to line up in a pretty little line. So, I don't know if they're going to step through these traps or not. If they're not, we can just keep attacking them with ranged stuff. But for right now, the Elementalist needs to rest, but there are good elements to be spent, so I think a short rest's probably going to be in order. We don't have any ice. Attack 1, range 3. Add 1 attack and wound. Yeah, we probably want that. That's ice spikes. So if we short rest, we'll keep ice spikes around. Stoking hail. Consume ice to stun. Probably isn't going to happen very much, so we'll just burn that. So ice spikes on top. Attack 1 at a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. And I think the way the AoE will work out, we can attack all of them. If that's on top, something on bottom. Ironically, move 2 and create ice. Then we all need to take rests of some description or another. Probably going to have to resort to short rests here, I imagine. Do we have pull? Faith has pull. Flurry of Blades, attack 2, range 3, target 3. I'm going to burn it. Because Smoke Bomb, pull 2 at a range of 3. If we can step around and pull one of them into the trap, it'll do 4 damage and wound them, which is massive for us. It also clears out our way. We only need to get Faith to here or there, and then back out again. And if we use the Sunkeeper, they have the give a friend, one ally within range 3 may perform move 4. So they could send Faith in, then Faith can loot and move back out, perhaps, although her loot 2 is a movement, but she does have Duelist Advance, which would allow her to retreat. So some combination of those might allow us to get into the room, grab what we want, and then just get the whole party retreating. But we're going to have to deal with this lot first. Now, I'm wondering if we leave the traps and just let them stay where they are. These guys will then catch up, unfortunately, is the problem, especially with their flight. Faith is here. She's going to need to move up at least a bit, I think. Attack 3 at a range of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could swift bow from here. On top and on bottom. Add 2 attack to all your attacks this round, targeting enemies adjacent to allies. Move 2 and poison. Move 3 and force someone else to move. But we can swift bow on top. Then we probably want to at least move within one tile of those. So 1, 2, 3 if we can. I'd rather not do the move 5. I'd rather save that. Although, that said, we can't move 5 and move Burning Oil for loot 2, so that will do. Cragheart, you're currently invisible, so you could long rest and not really risk taking any harm. But at the same time, something like Massive Boulder, attack 3 at range of 3 and all allies and enemies within range take 1 damage, would hit everybody there, which would be ideal. So let's short rest. We want to keep Massive Boulder, so we'll redraw. Heavy swing, attack with push. We'll have to burn it. So Massive Boulder, attack 3 at range 3. From here, 1, 2, 3 is just fine. Then something to do on bottom. Do we have a heal? We do. That'll be great. Who's not had cards? Sunkeeper. If you don't have anything particular to do at range right now, I guess the thing we want to do is be stood next to Faith at the end. So that's going to need to be a move 3 for us. Move 3. We don't have ranged attacks. We can heal someone else. Bless and strengthen one ally within range 3 is also great, especially if we go before Cragheart. Attack 5 at a range of 3 is fine, but it burns, so we'll go with this. I should have checked what they were doing. Attack 3, target all enemies. Flame Demon suffers 1 damage if there's ice to consume. They're not moving, which is good. These guys move 2, attack 4. They're not going to hit us. Move 1, attack 3. Move 1, attack 3, target all adjacent enemies with push. Move 0, attack all adjacent enemies. So, no real threats right now, which is lush. We're going to attack the guy up close. And you know what? Let's go at advantage. Nice. Then we're going to move to this corner. Then the Elementalist. If we rotate this, we can attack and wound all of them. Confirm. A -2, a miss, and something else. That is not strong. We will just do that to create the ice. And we are going to bless and strengthen Cragheart. And move 3 over to... Actually, am I being really daft? One ally within range 3 may perform move 4. So 1, 2, 3. They're already within range 3. I guess we'll just move here for the gold. Right, then Cragheart is up. We're going to heal Sunkeeper again. And then we're going to attack this guy, attack 3 at a range of 3. But we might as well, I think, hit all of them. I don't know if that will cause all enemies adjacent to each other to all take an extra 2 effectively, but we'll see. Not entirely sure how that shook out, but somebody died, and I'm grateful. They're all taking 1 because of the ice that we had generated. Stone golems being slow. These guys are wounded and still opting not to move through the traps. So now we want to kill them and remove the traps so that Faith can get to one of these 2 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4 would get her to here, and then she could retreat back again. So is there any way we can destroy these traps and kill the two guys inside. Range attack and push does not help. Attack and piercing. Attack 3, range 3, pull 2. That's interesting, because we could pull them here, and we might be able to pull them there, perhaps. Maybe not. But I think it's still worth doing on bottom. Attack 3, range 3, pull 2. 1, 2, 3. Pulls them into here, possibly gets them killed. Then on top, attack 2, range 2, attack 3, 1, 2, 3. We need attack 4. Range 4, rather. Which we're not going to get unless we create other element first. Attack 2, range 2, attack 3, range 3, attack 4, range 4 on top. Frigid Torment on bottom. The ice and wind that we create will only be available to the next turn player. But if Kragheart over here goes sooner, we could create some green energy for them. Attack 3, range 3, push, move, stun, create 3 single hex obstacles. None of that really helps me. The other thing I'm debating is if we do clear the way, we could just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back to where we are. We'd clear this boulder out of the way. We'd clear that trap out of the way. The other trap could then be destroyed by the elementalist. That seems fine. So then Faith and Sunkeeper. Sunkeeper is going to tactical order. One ally within range 3 may perform a move 4. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That gets Faith where she needs to be. Provided this stuff is all dead. Also, we want to go after a 35. So, what else can we do to help? Attack 5, range 3. Could help, but the wrong time. Because this is attack 2, range 2. This is on 40. This is on 35. And this is the bottom attack 3, range 3, and pull 2. If we're attacking 3 and damaging 4, and they have a wound, they should die. And the one at the back should also die. Faith is going to Burning Oil to loot 2. And Duelist Advance to move. And there's no way we can do this on a 16, so we'll have to do it on a 95, which is going to be after those guys go, which is slightly terrifying. So if Faith's going that late, then everyone else might as well be going in perfect order. So you're sending Faith off, but you want to go after a 35. So why not go on a Hammer Blow 55? We'll see how this goes. The Earth Demons are healing themselves. Hopefully we kill them before they have a chance to do that. These guys are moving 4, attacking 2 at a range of 3. Moving and attacking. As long as they don't move into the tiles that we want to stand in, we should be okay. That's going to be a problem because now we can't move through that tile. Okay. Well, that got more awkward. Move one adjacent hex to a tile within range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are no empty tiles over there that we can do that with. So we're just going to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to heal over here because very injured. And do we need to create any more elements? I don't think so. So we are going to attack 3 at a range of 3 and pull 2. On there like that. Confirm the attack. Confirm that pull. That's great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we have line of sight? 1, 2, 3, 4. We do. They're not going to get hurt for any reason. Nope, because they've already had their turns, so they're not going to get hurt for ice existing or anything. So, consume each of those and attack here, and we just have to draw a +1. Excellent. End the air elemental's turn. We are going to move Faith. 1, 2, 3, 4. Confirm target to here. Then we are going to move ourselves. This is going to move 1, 2, 3. So we can start moving ourselves back, because we just all need to get back to that back line in the following turn. And Faith's deck has flanking strike that we can get back, which will move her 5. So we're just going to move back to here. End Sunkeeper's turn. Golems are doing golemy stuff. That's fine, especially if they think that route through the top is shorter than the route around the bottom. It means they're not going to be in the way in a minute. Then we are going to do a loot 2 action and hoover up all of this stuff. Treasure chest found, Helm of the Mountain, Mountain Hammer. Then we're going to move 3 back to here. Skip the attack action. End the Scoundrel's turn. And now all we're interested in is getting the 4 heroes back to this line. So, how's our movement here? 2, right, 4 there is great. Move 2, move 4, move 3, but we can consume ice to move 5. And something on top. Attack 1, range 3. Maybe a push available. Faith needs to get out of here. So we are going to short rest. Lose Swift Bow. And play Flanking Strike to move 5 on bottom. And we can play Duelist Advance again on top to keep moving. Cragheart, we're going to play Rock Slide. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets him to there. That's no problem. Before he goes, Dig Pit does not help us because those guys can fly. But we might as well take the opportunity to attack 3 at a range of 3 if it's available to us. And back here, we just need to move. We have Practical Plans, moves us 5 on bottom. And on top, heal 3 at a range of 3 will be just grand. That's really complicated. Let's not concern ourselves with it until they're actually risking hitting us. Right, we're going to move 5. Skip this attack, end our turn. Flame demons do flame demon stuff. So long as we are not immobilized, I don't really care. Right. We are going to move 5. How do we do this? End the mercenary who looted the artifact's turn on the hex corridor and sacrificed 1 artifact to the beast. Reach the entrance with all mercenaries to escape with all artifacts. That's fine. So we're just going to run to... Actually, can anyone heal first? No, we benefit most from our own heal. So you move to there and heal yourself. And Sunkeeper's turn. Cragheart takes a wound point. That's fine. We're going to move 6 in a straight line all the way down to here. Could have possibly attacked, but we're just going to skip. And Cragheart's turn. Take the gold. These guys faff around. Move 0, attack 5. Sounds really intimidating, but isn't really. Right, we have a fresh turn. We just need to get these folks to here. Do we have throw something? We don't, but we can short rest. Massive boulder is fine. Burn massive boulder. We want to... Oh, we have clear the way burned already. Alright, well that'll be fine, because we can go... Move... do we have any good... No, it's just all basic moves on the bottom. And on top... We'll do that late, see if we can't pick up the extra XP. So you're going to move to there. 1, 2, 3. Cragheart, do you ever move 3, please? That'll do. And go just after an 85. Can't. But that's fine, because we can go on a 32 instead. Cragheart can go on... a 29. So you go 1, 2, you go 1, 2, 3. Then the other 2, Faith, just needs to go on 2. Might as well turn ourselves invisible for XP. And we need to go 1, 2, 3 very late if possible. Perfect. Right, so Faith is going to turn herself invisible for XP. And move 2. Oh, she might have to make the attack to get the XP. Never mind. Cragheart is wounded. Oh, I biffed it. Fine, Cragheart moves to here. Skip the rest of the movement. Heal themselves. Get rid of that nasty wound. Sunkeeper. One adjacent ally may recover 2 of their discarded cards. Make it 3 and give me 1 XP. Then move 2 to the back corner. And turn. Here we're going to move 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And why not put on the fancy retaliate? Skip the attack because we have no target. Then we just have to move 1 more tile in and get to the end of the round and we win, I think, I hope. Yeah, we've got 3 out of 4 here, so long rest. Long rest. I guess don't long rest. See if you can play any attacks that will actually allow you to get XP. Attack 4, target all enemies at exactly range 2. That's no one. That doesn't get me XP. Attack 2, 1, 2, 3. Attack 4 at range 4 and gain XP. And on bottom, do whatever that is. You need to move in. Can we get any XP before that? Absolutely can with Rock Slide. Then step in. And Faith. You're invisible, but you're way too far away to actually hurt anybody else. But we can loot 2 on bottom for XP. And selection. Continue. Flame Demons do their really fast but annoying thing because they're not actually going to hurt anybody. They put Retaliate on, even though we're not going to attack them, apart from the one guy that might. We are going to create empty hexes around the place, or create objects in empty hexes. We got a kill. Interesting. And then step into here. So we have now reached the entrance. Now we just need to have the turn end at the end of the order. We are going to attack 4 at a range of 4 just so that we can get the 1 XP extra. And do this because why not? Choose 1 element to create. Very fancy. We cannot make that attack, but we can do this loot. There's nothing to loot, that's annoying. Can't do this attack either. And we long rest here. Get rid of anything. End our turn. And victory? Yes! Right, we did not gain 13 XP here. Faith managed to only kill 3 things. Cragheart never lost half of his health. And Layabout gained 7 or fewer XP. We gained 1. So, great success all round really there. For the most part. And it was a veritable speed run of a mission. Plus 0 reputation, plus 8 XP. Odd that they say plus 0 is like they're pointing out. 13 scored of 15 on the Battle Legend. Trophy Hunt, we've killed 2 of 20 different enemy types now. And we don't get any other rewards, which is odd. But we now have Helm of the Mountain. When attacked, if green is strong, rather than waning, immobilize the attacker. And what was the other one? Mountaineer Hammer. Summon Warrior Spirit. Bound to Faith. 4 health, 1 movement, 3 attack. Well, I thought that was going to be some kind of plot-related thing. But that is going to be all for now. Faith has another perk that we will apply at the start of next episode. In any case, thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Cheers.